In Early Beach, the mechanic mounts a new motor to the windlass, glued in with waterproof tape. It's hard to believe, an original Umar motor is not waterproof. I still have the problem of the broken teeth belt on the steering. Steering is possible, but just from the inside. The only supplier worldwide is a company in Denmark. They have promised to send me the new belt within 2 weeks to Bundaberg. Now I can set off. 1,700 miles south, 3,000 kilometers, from the tropics to the roaring Forties, with just one stop, Bundaberg. Catch the right wind, that's the key to this route here. In the Coral Sea it blows at the bow for 10 months as a trade wind, but now in November it's not regular. The Tasman Sea, from Bundaberg onwards, it can blow from bow or stern. Sometimes it changes within hours, and it's almost always strong. It blows weakly for the first few days, so weak that I can launch the drone from the moving ship in the Whitsunday Islands and, more importantly, land it. And it picks up. I have to set the mizzen sail to get upwind somehow. After a week I reach the Burnett River. Bundaberg is 10 miles upstream. A look at the nautical chart shows extremely shallow areas, 40 centimeters, 15 inches at low tide. Riker has got a draft of 2 meters, more than 6 feet. It's 3 hours before high tide. I anchor and wait. After an hour I set off and sail into the trap. Behind the green buoy you have to bear sharply on starboard. But the current grabs Riker and puts her on the neighboring sandbank. Motor forwards, motor backwards, nothing works. The water continues to rise for another 2 hours. And how can I prevent Riker from drifting further onto the sandbank? I decide to put out an anchor that should hold her in place when Riker gets free. Easier thought than done. You are definitely one person short on your own. Looks like the worst is behind me. That was really tight stuff, but I'm proud I found a solution to get me going then. Big frustration. The supplier has forgotten my order. The teeth belt is still in Denmark. I give the supplier a new address, Tasmania, and leave Bundaberg. The weather forecast for the next 3 days promises strong winds at the bow. I decide to take the sheltered passage between the mainland and Fraser Island. This great sandy street is beautiful, but as the name suggests, sandy. Some places can only be passed at high tide. A huge sandbank blocks the exit into the Pacific. It is passable if the waves are no higher than 1 meter 55 feet. They are higher now, but I sail anyway. And I'm not the only one. The wind is coming from the south and I would like to go south. It means a close-hauled course, and that's always hard sailing, especially because you sail against the waves, and it's the first day that likes to make me prone to seasickness. So life is hard at the moment. Once out in the Pacific, I leave the coast. I want my peace and quiet even at night. My mood fluctuates like the wind. It's fantastic sailing, racing down the east coast of Australia with the wind from the right direction. It's just perfect. The weather changes. The wind picks up 40 knots in gusts. The wind steering system can no longer hold Riker, neither can the autopilot. Riker breaks away with the waves and lays crossways. I must steer by hand for a few hours. It's tiresome, especially at night. I need electricity. If the waves are too high, the generator switches off. Fortunately, I find a new position where it can run. Last view of Australia's mainland, southeast corner, and now I'm in the Bass Strait. Tasmania is about 300 miles, 600 kilometers from here. The weather will be everything, no wind, nice wind from the back like now, and bad wind from the front with ugly waves. I think the whole journey might take 3 days if I'm lucky. At Bass Strait I enter a new world. I'm near the 40th parallel and enter the kingdom of the roaring Forties. The temperature drops by 8 degrees. Visibility is clear and wide. Long periods of twilight, late sunset. And more animals populate the water. The gale front has arrived, not with gale, but with rain, and this wonderful rainbow. But within an hour there should be gale as well. The sun sets blood red. I secure everything so I don't have to go onto the foredeck in a storm. Anything that could break is also secured. And then the wind comes. Just as I'm preparing myself for an uncomfortable life, there is a bang. The jib flutters. Now I must go to the foredeck. The jib halyard has torn in a gust. I must haul in the jib on the swaying deck. Then I decide, enough stress for today. I'm not going to sail against the storm any longer. I'll heave to. On a ketch you only need the mainsail for lay-by. I won't make any headway, but Riker lies upright across the waves. I can even sleep. Strong winds have never been so pleasant. I hoist the jib again with a spale halyard. Nothing stands in the way of Tasmania now. I reach Low Head Lighthouse. When I see the mighty Tamar River, I get sentimental. I smell and feel that I'm in the right place. Is there more you can want from life?